new series today?
Yes, it's called
Strike a Pose. Yeah, Steve, that's a pretty amazing pose. I'm Trish, and this is
Steve.
And we are going to be doing Strike a Pose for the next couple of weeks. And guess what? You guys also get to do Strike a Pose.
That's right.
So, Steve, let's just get warmed up a little bit.
Okay,
here,
I'm practicing. Hold on. Let me. All right, I'm ready.
Let's see your
facial
pose.
exercises.
That would show that you're like the coolest person in the
Coolest
world.
person. Oh, okay.
I don't know about that. What do you guys think? Is he looking like the coolest person in the world? Okay. How about this one, Steve? Right. How about you have like a giant piece of pizza in your hands?
Ooh, I like that.
But pizza. This pizza is loaded with cheese and gooiness and pepperoni.
Making me want some. I'm getting hungry.
And you get to eat it.
Uh-huh.
There's just one little catch to this whole thing.
What?
A giant T-Rex is chasing you as you eat
that's
it.
a problem. Okay, this is how my pose would look.
Don't hurt yourself, Steve. It looks like your blood vessels are about to pop out of your
scared.
head.
I got a T-Rex, but I got a lovely piece
I don't know. That's pretty convincing, Steve. Awesome. Can you guys strike a pose like that too?
All right,
well,
I got one for you.
Oh, wait a second, Steve. We didn't rehearse it.
I know. I'd like to see you strike a pose like an elephant taking a bath.
Steve, elephants don't really take baths.
Well, they shoot the water out of their nose.
I don't have a trunk, Steve.
You're supposed to strike a pose.
Okay. How's that? Yeah.
You're missing
I
some
should
of the
be
water.
in a game of charades right now.
I could do it better.
I'd
All
be
right.
winning.
So what else is happening in our story while we do these poses?
So there's going to be opportunity for you guys out there to strike a pose as there's going to be a guest on our story striking poses.
That's right.
Along with that, we are going to have some amazing illustrations to illustrate the story.
Just like pretend like you're posing for the master artist.
Yes. And the story today is how Jesus forgives Peter. So it's an amazing story. Yeah. So you want to watch this? Are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. All right. Roll it and strike a pose. Jesus forgives Peter. A short time after Jesus rose from the dead, some of his disciples were fishing on a boat. Look at Peter. I think I should make him look like he's throwing a net. Hey guys, could you position Peter as if he's throwing a net?
Open your hands and close them.
Awesome. All right. That night, the disciples threw their nets into the water over and over, but every time they pulled in, they were empty. No fish. Let's make him look like he's mad. How about you, scrunch up his face or something so he's looking really mad? Yeah, that's it. There, he's looking mad. Perfect. Early the next morning, there was a man standing on the shore. Hold on a second. We need you to bring that man in and pull Peter out of the way for a minute. All right, it's Jesus. Hey, could you guys maybe just cup one of his hands to his mouth as if he's calling out? He yelled out to his disciples, "Did you catch anything?" The disciples yelled back, "No." Maybe you could make Jesus point to the side. The man replied, "Try throwing your nets on the other side of the boat. You'll catch some fish over there." The disciples shrugged their shoulders. Why not? They didn't know who this guy was, but it couldn't hurt to try. All right, maybe we could bring Peter back into the scene here. And this time, could you make it so that he's positioned to cast his net in another direction? The same one as Jesus was pointing to.
Which way was it? Perfect.
So they threw their nets into the water on the other side of the boat, and when they tried to pull them back, they heaved and hoed, but the nets wouldn't budge. They were so heavy from all of the fish they had caught. It was a miracle. Put maybe Peter's pointer finger to his temple as if he's thinking.
Okay. Let's go like this first. And then go like this. And then go like this. And go like this. Yes!
That got one of the disciples named Peter thinking, wait a second, there's only one man who could perform Just then he recognized who was standing on the shore. It's Jesus, he yelled. Let's see, could you take Peter's arms and raise them above his head and put his hands together in a diving position? And maybe just bend them right over. Yeah. When the disciple named Peter heard that, he was so excited that he dove into the water and swam to Jesus. The other disciples followed him in the boat with the fish in tow. Maybe you guys could take Peter now and just straighten him up towards Jesus and bring that Jesus back into the picture. When Peter finally got to shore, he couldn't believe it. Just a short time ago, Jesus had been dead, but now he was alive, standing with him right there on the beach. Not only was Peter excited, he probably felt a little bit ashamed too. Before Jesus was killed on the cross, Peter pretended not to know him 3 times so that he wouldn't get arrested. Let's see, could you turn Jesus towards Peter? Maybe raise one finger on Jesus' hand.
Jesus' hand. One finger. Another one. On his head.
Jesus looked at Peter and asked him, Peter, do you love me? Maybe you could just give Peter a thumbs up.
Take this off and put it on his head. Oh, wait. No, wait, what? Sorry, with your shirt. Okay, keep that one there. Then thumb.
Yes, Lord, you know I love you, Peter said back. Then feed my lambs, Jesus said. Let's see, can you raise a second finger on Jesus?
Feed my lambs! 2 fingers.
A second time, Jesus asked Peter, do you love me? And a second time, Peter said, yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Then take care of my sheep, Jesus said to him. Let's see, could you do a third finger on Jesus' hand?
Hi! 3. And Dad's hands are going on his head now. Perfect.
A third time, Jesus asked Peter, do you love me? And Peter started to feel bad. He wondered why Jesus was asking him the question over and over. Was it because he pretended not to know Jesus? So Peter said, Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you. Jesus said, then feed my sheep. This would be one of the last times the disciples ever saw Jesus. Let's just stretch out the arms and hands toward Peter.
Yep, perfect.
A couple weeks later, Jesus lifted his hands up and spoke kind words to his disciples. And he was doing that. Jesus was taken up to heaven. Their time with Jesus was over, but the adventure was just beginning. Now they had to tell everyone about the good news of Jesus.
Take that out.
Fun! Beautiful!
Wow, Trish, what an amazing story.
Yeah, I really love those poses.
I thought they were incredible.
They were something else.
I know. But isn't the story of Jesus' forgiveness of Peter amazing?
Really amazing, because if I was Peter, which, I could very well be, I think I would feel like after denying him 3 times like that, like I'm no good.
Not good for anything.
No use anymore.
I'm sure Peter felt like that. So I got a little analogy that we can use to kind of show this.
Ooh,
right?
okay, let's hear
So let's pretend that this cup represents Peter. Okay?
Nice and shiny
All
and
right.
bright.
And
Like it.
this melon here, what kind is this? I don't even know. This
It's
melon,
a canary melon.
a
Steve.
canary melon. That's why it's yellow. This canary melon represents the task that God has for Peter. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And right now, Peter has been spending time with Jesus. He's in good shape. Do you think he's going to hold the task?
It's a big
Up to the
task. That's a big melon,
You gotta
Steve.
get this balanced right.
Wow.
Yeah, and the cup
Peter
holds
can
it.
hold it.
All right. So watch this. When Peter denied Jesus, not just once,
It's like a cut. Ow.
not just twice,
Oh, another cut.
but 3
Mm.
times.
That cup doesn't look like it's going to be good anymore, Steve.
Do you think that Peter's going to be able to do the task?
No.
Ooh, it doesn't want to stay balanced. Whoa! Nope, not going to
I
hold
don't
it.
think he can
He's
hold it
not going to be able to
anymore.
do the task.
It looks like he is not of much use at all.
I know,
anymore.
but here's the cool thing. So Jesus comes up after Jesus had risen from the dead, and he saw Peter and he said, Peter, do you love me? And Peter said, you know I love you, Lord. It's just like this piece of tape, right back on.
It's getting bandaged up there.
It's like Jesus is saying, hey, I still believe in you, right? Peter, do you love me? You know I love you, Lord. Bam.
Another bandage.
Another bandage on. Peter, 3 times. Do you love me? You know I love you, Lord. And Jesus said to him, feed my sheep. Now, what do you think?
Wow, I think he looks more interesting than he did before.
I know, he's got some color to
He's
him.
got more character.
I know.
Do you think though he's like
Do you think he's strong
going to be
enough?
able to handle the task?
Do you think he's strong
Even
enough?
though he's been wounded, he's done wrong, can he do
Let's
it?
see. Here we go.
Bam! Restored.
Restored, right. So Jesus, he forgave Peter, and Peter received Jesus' forgiveness, and he was restored.
Yeah, and so then he was told to do what,
He
Steve?
was told to feed my sheep, or in other words, build the church.
Yeah.
Right? And Jesus actually told Peter, he said, on this rock, he called him a rock, like a firm foundation. On this rock, I will build my church.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's actually today's scripture.
Yes, it is.
Found in Matthew.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 18.
There you go.
You want to hear what it says? It says, here is what I tell you. You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church.
There you
What
are.
if he said, like, hey, you are Trish, and on this rock I will build my church?
Wow, even though I've had some of these cuts in me,
I know.
you can still be restored and forgiven by Jesus.
Amazing.
And that is the good news.
And God can do big things even out of a big mess.
He certainly can. In fact, he can do more sometimes when we make a big mess.
That's right.
Not to encourage you to make a big mess. I'm just saying, if you make a big mess, no mess is too big for Jesus to fix.
I bet you I could make a big mess with this.
Talking about big and messes,
What?
that leads me into today's challenge.
Oh, yes.
And
I should have known.
It has something to do with this right here, these canary melons.
Oh.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You
Are
might
you
want
ready?
to wear a bib for this.
I will win because I always win the challenges.
Let's see.
Strike a pose.
Okay, Steve, are you ready for today's challenge?
All right, I'm ready. It says right here, I got a canary melon.
And they say they're very sweet. Have you ever ate a canary
Never.
melon?
Never.
Me neither, which is going to make today's challenge even more interesting
All right.
because here's the challenge. First one to eat an entire melon wins.
That's like massive. That's a
I know.
lot of melon.
I know.
Okay.
And I don't even know if we like these melons because we haven't had them before. Like watermelon, yeah, we like, but I thought it'd make it a little more interesting.
Tastes better. Cool.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut into them, and then when I say go, we're gonna like scoop as much as we can, as fast as we can. And I just want to say, kids, do not try this at home for a couple of reasons. One, you don't want to be operating a sharp knife without your parents' permission, and two, you want to eat with a little bit of a slower pace than probably what we're gonna do today.
I'm gonna win.
But this is our challenge.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Get set. Go. They're really easy to cut into.
They're easy to cut into.
Oh, they've got seeds. They look like cantaloupes. Okay. I've got a strategy. You don't have to eat the seeds. These look delicious.
They smell good,
They
actually.
smell really sweet. But yeah, that is still
slimy.
a lot of melon
Kind of like a...
to eat at once. Oh, you're eating already. Do you like
Tastes
it?
like a honeydew.
Steve, you're officially the loudest eater I've ever heard. You are like so loud, Steve.
No.
That one's done.
Center is the best. No, look at... Oh, my goodness. Are you chewing?
They're kind of like oyster. It's kind of like oysters where it just kind of
Slides?
slides down your...
Ugh.
Five,
No, you're not going.
4, 2, 1. I've ate more. Done! Let's just take a look at yours. I think you're gonna burst. I'm feeling like pretty juicy right now. Are you feeling juicy? You got juice coming out of your mouth. Oh, pathetic! Like yours has like at least a 2-inch rim on that still. Not like that. That's pretty good.
No, you got whole... No. Okay.
I'd say I win. Look, I got the juice. That's it. A little bit of juice, which I wanted to save because that's what you're gonna wear. So I had
All
to
this?
save, well, just the insides go the loser.
No, I'm still not
The
convinced that you won
challenge
this.
has to wear the melon guts.
I'm still not convinced that you won
Seeds and
this.
juice.
It's pretty good, actually.
Oh, I can't believe you want more. I'm pretty full. It is good. Recommend it. Definitely recommend. Canary, I'm spitting melon out of my mouth. I recommend canary melons if you have not had
I
one.
mean, you didn't swallow them. No.
Grab one. All right, are you ready for the challenge? Because all I would say, Steve, hands down, I win. All right, because I won today,
I'm still not convinced of that.
here is the consequence. The insides of the melon. Ready? Are you sure you don't want a big bib? Because this is pretty juicy.
Just do it. Get it done with. Oh, my goodness.
Close your eyes, Steve.
Oh, that's cold.
Where's that sticker?
Oh, it's like going down my shirt.
I want to put the sticker on you. There you are. Canary melons.
Oh.
You don't want to miss eating one of these. They are so good. And they even kind of are Steve's color, don't you think?
Oh,
Thank you so much for joining us this week. And hopefully we'll see you again next week. Bye for now.
I gotta go clean up. Oh my goodness.